You're a mum on the go with very minimal time to spend on yourself in the morning. You've got to get the kids ready, pack lunches, pack school bags, clean the house all before 8 a.m. But you still want to leave the house feeling good about yourself. So I'm going to show you a foolproof makeup routine, which I promise you will not take you more than 5 minutes. This is my everyday makeup look, and I'm telling you, when I do this, it takes me 5-6 minutes max. I whiz through it and I'm gone. Ideally, I would love to post this video unedited so you guys can see that it literally takes 5 minutes. But I'm obviously going to be talking through what I'm doing, which is going to take a little bit more time. Whereas on a normal day when I'm doing this, I'm whizzing through it in complete silence, which is why I do it so fast. But I'm obviously going to be talking through my steps, so I'm going to have to chop it up. I've already done my skin prep, which you guys can see in the previous video. As always, I'm going to start with eyes. I'm just going to be curling my lashes and applying my mascara with my same old Manky eyelash curler that I use all the time. Now, I would normally have an eyelash lift. It's just one of those high maintenance things that I do to stay low maintenance because it completely takes out the curling step in my routine, and 9 times out of 10 as well the mascara, because I do get them lifted and tinted, so I don't really have to do much. But as you can see, they have dropped completely. So I need to curl my lashes and apply mascara. I'm still using the same mascara I have been using for years. This is Rhode Lash by Benefit. I didn't curl my eyelashes properly, so I'm definitely going to have to go back in with the eyelash curler and curl them once the mascara dries. For brows, I'm using the Brow Lamination by L'Oreal. To be honest, this is something that I've only recently started doing. I just find that it fluffs up my brows really nicely. I don't do anything too specific with them. I just brush them up. I'm not trying to glue them down or anything. I want to spread them out so I fill them in a lot less. For face, I mix 2 different products. I do the MK Beauty Flawless Glow in the shade 4, and recently I've started using the Sephora Reveal the Real in shade 160p Light. I was using the Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint, but because I've got, oh, what is that? Because I've got quite a few breakouts, I just want something with a touch more coverage. Still light coverage, but just like a little bit more, just to cover the redness of the breakouts. I am very generous with this. This is a really sheer product. I really just like it for the glow and just like the tint that it adds to my skin. And then not too much. Like I feel like I've already put too much there, so I'm just going to go really minimal. Taking foundation brush, I'm just buffing that all in. So you can see that it's still a really light coverage. It's just helping balance my skin tone and just cover a little bit of that redness. It's not completely covered, but I don't mind that. I don't really like anything medium or full coverage for every day. I normally would just leave my lids completely clear, but lately I've really loved just taking whatever's left on my brush and just running it over. I just find that it helps balance those undertones. Like I don't mind the darkness around my eyes, but yeah, I don't hate the foundation over it. Next, I'm doing concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. And very minimally, even that's a bit too much, we're just gonna apply it just like that. And yeah, no, I'll maybe just a little bit here just to brighten the center of my forehead. We're taking the same brush and we're just pushing that in. I always tap in with my finger as well. I really love emulsifying products into my skin and really pushing them down, and the heat from your fingers does that super well. Also forgot to add some to my nose. My nose I find really, especially now because it's cold, like lots of redness, but I feel like it always needs like that little extra coverage. So I always love to take my concealer onto the bridge of my nose. Then I'm taking my Westman Atelier Face Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit, and I'm just putting this in all the areas that I just want to bronze up. I don't really use this as a contour per se. I just use it to give my face color. Just like that. And then pushing it in. As you can see, I'm not swiping the product. I'm just pushing it into my skin. And I find that it blends best that way. I know the way I used to do my makeup used to be very, very full coverage. But these days I just like for my makeup to look like skin. I just want to look like myself, just like fresher, more awake. And just like, I just want my skin to look healthy and glowing. That's really the aim of putting makeup on for me these days. I find that I look really dull, really pale, really pasty. So I just love to wake myself up a bit and just give myself a healthy glow with makeup. For blush, my all-time favorite is Piggy by Rhode. I apply this very generously. I feel like blush just gives my face this really nice healthy flush. Makes my skin look youthful, which honestly I need because I'm really noticing the signs of aging, which we're not loving at the moment. I love Rhode blushes. They blend so well, so smoothly. They're literally butter that just melts into your skin. They are, at the moment, my favorite blush. So I don't particularly like to set my entire face. I like to set just under the creases of my eyes, because if I don't, then the concealer will move and just crease everywhere. So I take this little triangular powder puff and I just put a little bit of the Laura Mercier loose translucent powder just on the tip, and I only, like, I sort of bake it, but I just bake like directly underneath my eye. The only part that I really want to dramatically set is my creases, like the lines underneath my eyes, because I really don't want that product to move around. Nothing irks me more. And I bring it just to the sides of my nose, because when I wear sunglasses and stuff, I just find the makeup comes off easier. And I always set the bridge of my nose because, like I said, my nose is just an issue. Makeup's always coming off. So while that is setting, I like to finish off my eyebrows, and I don't do too much. They're already quite full. I just like to fill in the ends. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is pouring. I apologize if that muffles the audio. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm using my trusty Benefit Precisely My brow pencil. I am going to be cheeky and recurl my lashes. Don't try this at home. I am an adult who makes my own choices, and so if my lashes snap, it is my own fault. But I do this every time because my lashes will always drop with any mascara. Unless I have an eyelash lift, my lashes just don't stay up. I don't know how well you're going to hear me now because it is hailing outside. Like, it is hailing. That is wild. I'm going to dust off the powder from underneath my eyes. And I've had this Hourglass palette since the dawn of time. It's just the ambient lighting powders. And I take the lighter shade. I believe it's a highlight, but it works really well underneath my eyes. I'm just dusting off that powder and just lightly setting it because it's a lumen. I feel like I have to yell because it's bucketing down rain. Literally, let me put this microphone up here because I literally feel like I have to scream because of this rain. I can't hear myself speak. But because this is a luminous powder, it's not going to look matte underneath my eyes. And like I said, I really like that. I want like a natural sheen to my eye. I'm also just going to use that to lightly set just around my mouth and just ever so slightly like the center of my forehead. Because I do have this pimple, I don't want the makeup to rub off. For bronzer, I'm taking my Milani Sunkissed Silky Matte Bronzer. This is absolutely battered. The lid's fully broken, but I'm taking my Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek and just pressing that bronzer in. Why does this keep coming out of focus? Look, everything is frustrating me today. And just a little bit on my nose. For blush, I'm taking whatever's in this palette. I honestly just mix all the shades. and I just fluff it around, really. I'm not really specific with where I apply my brush. I just want it to look really blended, really flushed. Love the Hourglass blushes because they do have that sheen. They just look really natural. They make your skin just look so healthy, which is what I love. And then all I have to do is lips. I just take my MAC Soar lip liner. As you can see, she is very, very well loved. And I just line. I line and I blend. So I start at the outer edges. And I just like blot my lips like that as I go. Just like that. Nothing super dramatic. I just love it to look really just smudged out. And then I would normally just put like a lip balm. At the moment, I'm loving, my favorite is the Dior Lip Glow in shade 01, but I've run out of that. And this is very similar. This is by Givenchy. It's the Le Rouge Perfecto 01. And that's it. I like this because it comes on kind of clear, but it goes a little bit more pink as time goes on. It's literally it. It is the quickest, easiest makeup look. You will be out the door in 5 minutes. This is actually the makeup look that I was doing in my comeback video, the first video that I uploaded coming back on here this year. This is the look that I was doing, but I don't think I really mentioned what products that I was using. But this is my staple everyday look. Sometimes I'll go in with a setting spray, sometimes not. I feel like my skincare really speaks for itself. So I don't really feel like I need to, unless I need it to last like from 6 a.m. till like 7 p.m. That's when I'll spray a setting spray. But yeah, more often than not, I just don't. And this is literally it. If you like really simple, fresh looking, like clean girl aesthetic makeup, then this is definitely something that you would like. It's just a really refreshing look that makes you look awake, plump, fresh. But yeah, I don't know. Try it at home and let me know how you go. As always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.